Okay, buns. It's the end of the day for me. Doesn't mean it's the end of the day for you. Perhaps it is, perhaps it's not. But hopefully, you're on your way home, maybe to work or your destination of choice. May you get there safe and sound in one piece, no hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, or misunderstanding. But it is the end of the day for me, and I'm about to be a part of the get along gang and go home. I'm definitely getting my steam circle on. I don't have to take this. I'm going home, right? So, I had an incident occur at work, and I'm calling it an incident. I should say someone had some words that they chose to use or say, and I didn't quite find it appealing or like it. So, I came back. I left out for my lunch hour, and I went over to Sinful Bakery to go, get something a little sweet. They had,
Insert the parking ticket or present credit
got the
card.
peanut butter cookies and, a few other things, right? Little breakfast items, oatmeals and whatnot. And by doing that, when I got back, right, I needed to talk with my supervisor about the email that he sent about some items that we need to go and organize. We'll pull and get ready, right? To dispose of. So before I left out, he wasn't there. I think he had already left out, went to lunch. So when I came back, he was in his office. So I was like, okay, well, let me go get this paper before I sit down and warm up my lunch. And that way I can ask him, are we gonna, pull this item or not, or just leave it alone, whatever, right? And so as I'm walking back to my desk, my cubicle and everything, one of my coworkers was talking to another coworker. Now he seems to just, think that it's okay to involve me in their, in whatever the conversation, joke or whatever. So he was like, well, it'd be good if Kim got COVID, because then she can be out for maybe like 30 days. And I said, keep my name out your mouth. He was like, yeah, if she got COVID, it'd be good. She'll be out for 30 days. Maybe she'll be out for 30 days, thinking that it's funny. My older coworker that he's talking to was like, yeah, and they're laughing, right? I don't find nothing about that funny. And I told him, keep my name out your mouth. Don't involve my name in any situations or statements, sentences that involve death or illnesses. Don't do that. And he's like, what you said? I said, keep my name out your mouth. Don't put my name in anything that you're talking about. Don't involve my name in anything that has to do with illnesses and death. It's like if he wasn't comprehending, just to leave it alone and don't say anything. I mean, there's other people on this floor that had COVID. I mean, even if it was just you out just for a day. Keep my name out of your mouth involving death and illnesses. And I'm saying this in the most serious tone I can, because sometimes when I'm in the office, my voice is not projected well enough for me to speak, like talk loud, because something about the office or the building, I get there and my voice is gone most of the time. And when I leave the building, most of the time I'm fine. Sometimes I come out, my voice is still messed up, right? Or if I talk too much, it's still go back to being messed up. Like right now, it's about to get raspy, right? So I'm sitting here trying to tell him, keep my name out your mouth. Don't involve my name when it comes to death and illnesses. Don't put my name in that. I mean, there's been like me, I've had it before, and a few other people had it. Then go ask my other coworker that he was talking to, tell me, well, you've had it, right? Or did you? And she was like, no. The fact of the matter is, once I said, don't involve my name in death and illnesses. So, well, nobody's trying to wish death upon you. The fact of the matter that you use my name with COVID It's period, stop. Like somehow or another you're not comprehending, and it kept going on, which was making me upset. And I'm sitting at my desk and I'm really trying to calm down. And so once I calm down, I get up and I go talk to my supervisor about the question I have pertaining to the email of the other envelopes of paperwork. And then the more that, once I talked to him about that, the more I went back inside of my desk, because he's still sitting in a cubicle in front of me. The lady who sits in front of me, she was already gone for the day, right? I think she only worked half a day today. So she was already gone for the day. So he's sitting at her cubicle. Now his cubicle where he sits is up front. And so I'm like, the more I'm sitting there, and then he wants to sit there and continue to talk about when he had COVID and what he had to do and his family and separate. I just kept getting more and more irritated. Irritated to the point where I was like, I don't want to sit up here and be the angry black woman in the office. 2, I'm not trying to cuss you out, because I understand some people believe fat meat ain't greasy till you cuss them out, right? So I'm not trying to do that. So I said, okay, I'm going to go use the restroom and I'm going to go talk to my supervisor about it, because this is not the first time that he has said something that I deem as disrespectful. So I go use the restroom, I come back, and my supervisor's gone. I was like, man, I should have talked to him before I went to use the restroom. And I said, okay, so I sent my supervisor a text message when I got back to my desk, because my phone was at my desk. And I text my supervisor telling him that I want to have a meeting with him in the morning about a personal matter. Now, I guess it's more or less, it could be considered work-related, but to me, I feel like it's personally that this person is taking it upon themselves to say certain things that I deem as disrespectful and not becoming in the workplace. So it's more or less work-related and personal. But I texted him and told him I need to have a meeting with him in the morning. Respond back, so I don't know, he may or may not got the text, I don't know. But when I get into work in the morning, I'm going to talk to him about the situation. Not just the situation of today, but of the past situations. Because it's no way that you are just that blatantly careless about what you're saying to people, and you figure because you're saying it to, like when you're saying it's a joke, but it's not a joke to me. So regardless of the fact if you think it's a joke, it's not a joke to me. But once I have this conversation with my supervisor, what he does with the information and his discretion beyond that point is no longer at my foot. My feet is at his, because if it happens again, I've already reported it. I've already told it to my supervisor. And if it persists of any other time, then I know at that point I can go higher up or go to human resources, period. I'm going to my supervisor as a courtesy of trying to follow the chain of command, but not necessarily do I have to, because I can go report this to human resources. So we're going to see how tomorrow is and how that goes. So to me, other than that, like, everybody in the office basically works fine. We come in, we do our job, we do what we have to, we get our work done, and other than that, it's usually just easy breezy, smooth. It's nothing really hectic. No, nothing to sit up here and to be to where like, oh my goodness, I've had a horrible day, or it was just so hard and difficult. That's not it, right? So, and that's the other reason I really don't work with this particular person that I'm speaking of, because of the past incidents, whether he said certain things that I just felt like it was disrespectful and flippant of the mouth. So it's like, it doesn't matter how helpful you are, doesn't matter how nice you are to other people. When you say certain things out of your mouth and you don't seem to think there's anything wrong with it, and you still keep having different instances, that's not cool for me. That's not cool, because it's not the first time I done told him to keep my name out of his mouth. Meaning, don't involve me in your discussion of whatever it is that you're talking about, because I don't feel comfortable with you involving my name in whatever it is that you're joking about or talking about, because I don't find it funny. So I'll be, like I said, I'll be talking to my supervisor in the morning and take it from there. You know, I can let y'all know in the afternoon of how it went. Like I said, I like where I am. I like my job. But majority of the time, overall, everybody works fine with each other. So he just needs to keep his distance from me and just not talk to me. Not necessarily was he talking to me. He was talking about me or involving me in a sentence or a conversation that he's having with my coworker. And for the fact of that they thought that was funny, it wasn't. You know, you go do that tit for tat or the bumps and bruises or the dozens or whatever you're going to do with somebody else. Not everybody finds everything that you say and do as funny, right? So even I have to keep that in mind, you know. Now, when we do our little inside joke of like, oh, well, I didn't do it, Aurora did, I didn't do it, such did it, I didn't do it, such, you know, whoever did it. That's just a running joke. It's an emptiness to it, because there's nothing. It could have been like, I don't know, a rubber band on the floor. You'd be like, where does rubber band came from? I don't know, such did it. Not meaning that they did it. It's just, I don't know if that's length or what. It's just like the little running joke of being ha-ha funny, but it's nothing to it. There's no malice behind it. There's no sentiment behind it. There's no truthfulness behind it. There's no, you know, intent behind it of being, you know, disrespectful or anything. So that's not the same thing. And he can't compare that as being the same thing. Certain things you just don't do. You don't do. You don't do and you don't say. So, with that being said, once again, like I said, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. My thing is, keep your distance from me. Don't talk to me. And keep my name, instead of net, keep my name out of, you know, situations or statements. Seriously, what is it? Oh, okay. I don't know where this little black flake came from. I thought it was like a gnat or something. Can y'all see that? And it's a, I don't know, piece of plastic. I don't know if it's from my steering wheel or what. But either way, I just need what he's saying. Either you be mindful about what you're saying, or you need to not speak at all. Then you can go around the office twisting whatever it is that you said, or backpedaling what you said or what you meant to somebody else. But as for me, no, and no. thoughts. I seriously zoned out for a minute. I really did. Because, like, it's still on my head. It's still in my mind. And meaning it's still disturbing to me. So, I'm just glad I'm on my way home. I'm just glad I'm on my way home. Because I even had to text my best friend and tell him, like, you know, the situation that just happened and everything. And how I felt about it. And, you know, right after it happened, because I was like, you know, no, that some things make you just really want to cut somebody out. And what I have to keep in mind, and one of my, well, she was my supervisor's supervisor. And I remember she told me, she said one day, she said, you know, when it comes down to it and you're being at this job, you have to think, is it going to be you, them, or your job? Are they worth your job? You know, so I try to keep that in mind before I go off the handle. Are you worth my job? Is this right here worth me cussing you out or put my hands on you? Nope. Okay. Well, then I need to go through the proper channels to get this situation taken care of. Because I'm not the type of person. I don't put my hands on people. You put your hands on me, you can turn this to a different ballpark. And all gloves are off. And it is what it is. That's how I look at things. Most of the time I look at things through, like, a person can say all they want to say, you know, as long as they don't put their hands on me. As I get older, circumstances change. Some things that you're just not going to say to me. You're not going to say to me, and certain things you ain't going to do because you think that it's okay, or you think it's cute, or you find it funny. I don't. So, no. These days, it's not all about you putting your hands on somebody. You know, when it comes down in the workplace, no. Everybody should have some form of office etiquette. And dealing out with the world, my mom has always told me, when it comes to, you know, dealing with people, they don't know you and you don't know them. Meaning you don't know what they have and what's going on, and they don't know what you got and what's going on. My mama told me, you don't know if a person's got a knife, a gun, bat, anything. You know, so you just can't be going off messing with folks. So I don't mess with people. I keep that, you know, which part of my hair is this? I don't, you know, mess with people. Maybe it's up front more. I think it's more up front that hair is messing up. But either way, like I said, I don't mess with people. I don't put my hands on people. I don't cuss people out at work. I don't, you know, say things to people. Because most of the time when people are upset and have something to say to me or have said about me that I'm in a supervisor's office about, and if they have us sitting there together, and I usually ask them, did I say anything to you? Did I do something to you? No. Did I put my hands on you or something? No. You know, did I cuss you out? No. Did I yell at you or something? No. Then I'm lost. I'm just lost. You know, people, I've been in a supervisor's office or my supervisor's office because I just didn't speak to people. Like, I didn't say hi. What? I'm sorry. I'm in this office because I didn't speak and say hello. That makes and breaks your day. I was actually in a meeting behind that. If that makes and breaks your day, if I speak and said hello to you personally or not. And if I walk in and I wave, and if I walk in and say hey, or hey y'all, that's it. That's the end of my, you know, greetings, right? I don't go around to each individual person speaking and saying hello. I don't do it. So I get confused when I'm in a supervisor's office or their supervisor's office with a supervisor, discussing, not because of my work ethics, not because I'm not doing my job or anything of that nature. It's because somebody was upset that I didn't speak to them. And is that what you really have me in this office for? Foolishness of a personal matter of somebody's personal feelings. Not the job. Not if I do my work or not. Not if there's a problem with my work ethic, or the level of it. None of that. It's because people were upset that I didn't speak to them. You got to be kidding me. I mean, when I say foolishness, I mean downright foolishness. I look at that as foolishness. And that may be because I don't care if somebody talks to me or not. I don't care if you like me or not. That doesn't make or break my day. That doesn't make me stop from doing my job. None of that stuff. So I'm lost. But people are truly in their feelings and hurt behind that. Or saying that they're hurt or they're upset. I actually told one lady, I said, well, it sounds like, what, are you looking for an apology or something? No, I don't need an apology. I said, then I don't know what you're looking for, because I don't have whatever you're looking for. Whatever attention that you're looking for, I don't have it. I said, so I don't know what's going on and what you're looking for, because there's not even anything for me to apologize for. Because you're feeling some type of way, or you're looking for some type of attention I can't give to you. I really can't. And and these are grown folks that I'm talking about. I mean, grown folks to where these are people that are older than myself. These are not younger people. These are grown folks older than myself that are saying these things or acting this way. And you just really look, I look like perplexed, and I'm like, you can't be serious. Y'all sitting here and figure like I make and break your day or your mood. I said, well, it sounds like your feelings are hurt. My feelings ain't hurt. Then I don't understand what this is about then. If I haven't disrespected you, I haven't cussed you out, I haven't yelled at you, I haven't touched you, none of these things that I deem as unprofessional in the workplace, right? If I've done none of these things, right? I haven't messed with your work. I haven't, been messing with your stuff, nothing, right? I'm confused on grown folks acting the way that they do. So I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words on some days. I'm just lost for words. There's nothing that I can truly say. I just be lost for words. So, that's the other thing I noticed this morning. I know I'm getting off the subject. My check engine light went off. Now, last week for a few days it was on. Now all of a sudden I get in the car today, maybe because it's warmer today and it was warmer yesterday, because I noticed yesterday the check engine light was off. And I know my best friend, he did tell me that, because I told him, I said, I don't understand. I said, why my check engine light is on. It's not time for oil change or anything like that, because I keep up on the maintenance on my car, right? And he said, well, it's been cold there lately, right? I said, yeah. He said, that might have something to do with it. And sure enough, as soon as it warmed up, the check engine light is off. Now, I find that weird, too. I don't know. This is just becoming like Twilight Zone Tuesday, okay? You were like, I'm not really in Twilight Zone. This don't make any sense. This don't make any sense. Now, back to the other situation. Do I believe that this person is, a very hateful or, with malice intentions? No, I don't. Do I believe that he needs to filter what he says? I sure do. He really needs to filter and watch his mouth of what he says. He just really does. Because what you think is funny, I don't think it's funny. And, some things you say to certain people will sit there and try to put their hands on you. Certain people might cuss you out. Certain people might sit up there and just be like, never say anything. I'm just not going through my life dealing with foolishness. I'm 45 years old. I'm not about to deal with foolishness, honey. The older I get, no way, no how. No. So, only thing I want to do is go to work, do my job the best of my ability, and go home. Not bother anybody, not have anybody bother me in the wrong, disrespectful manner. I just want to be okay. Now these people willing to stop. Just silly. I can't fuck with Metro though. Hold up, so they can get across the street. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to cross the street as slow as I can because it was somebody on a wheelchair that somebody was pushing their loved one or someone in a wheelchair across the street. But the cars act like they didn't want to stop. And it's another pet peeve when cars block off the intersection, right? So all the cars trying to block off the intersection, so you can't. One, it's hard for them to cross the street, and it's hard for anybody to get across the intersection because I don't know if this car is going or what they waiting on. I don't know. I don't have a clue. They waiting on something. But I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do it. So, matter of fact, I need to go by the office and I need to talk with them. They need to call whoever they need to call to get in the building through their gate. Because I'm not gonna do it. Be able to need to ask them a question. So y'all hold your horses.